Konnichiwa. Some of you may be wondering what it's like for us to be covering the Olympics in Japan. Like athletes, we prepare ahead of time, so even before we left for Japan, we have already marked out who does what. But still, we need to be always ready for changes and the latest developments.
We have a few crucial systems and lifesavers for our work here. One is the transport app, which tells us what time the media buses arrive and how long it takes for us to reach our destinations. We are not supposed to take public transport here, but we each get 14 10,000 yen vouchers, or about $125 each, to take media taxis with. And they are like mini limousines, which is pretty cool, but also very expensive. Then there is the advanced venue booking system, which we need to get access to competition venues to cover the live sporting action. A working day here can start as early as 5 AM. For me, it begins in the toilet. This is my call room. If you don't look good, you don't feel good. Our rooms are rather small, but that's fine. I feel like I'm really at the Olympics because this is the first hurdle I cross every morning to work. I'm not an early person, so breakfast is optional, but it helps to eat something because most times there is no time to eat when we are rushing from location to location. And then we catch the media bus from our hotel to the main transport mall, which is a central bus terminal to connect to various locations such as the main press center or competition venues. The buses can be packed, and I heard someone call it a super spreader bus. This is the main press center where we can get all the information and help we need. The press workroom is this sprawling hall situated at Tokyo Big Sight, and it's not uncommon for hundreds of journalists to be working here at any one time. And this is great in normal times, but we are in the midst of a coronavirus pandemic. So every time somebody coughs or sneezes, we pray. Every time we drop off one of these saliva tubes for testing, we pray you are not infected with COVID-19. Then it's off to the competition venues. We are not allowed to roam the streets and talk to locals, but we try to improvise and capture our surroundings through videos to share with you all what it's like over here. There are mandatory security and eligibility checks from the friendly volunteers and even army personnel before we get into the arena, where we are allowed only to take still images and not videos. Our multitasking goes into overdrive here. We take pictures, tweet, follow the action, file a fast write for the website right at the end of the match. Unlike athletes, it is not over for us when the match ends. We hurtle down to the mix zone to get reactions from them for a fuller online and print report. We also have to do a piece to camera at times. We may also head to the Olympic Village to interview athletes. If we are lucky, we get to spot medalists, or even get pulled into a selfie with the Speaker of Parliament and Singapore National Olympic Council President. At its peak, I've made 3 venues in a day. And when everything is over, it's back to the main transport mall where the Olympics continues for us journalists. It's a relay Usain Bolt would be proud of because the transit period can be a couple of minutes and we sometimes have to sprint to make the bus back to our hotels. Our gold medal comes in the form of a good meal, and the final lifesaver is Uber Eats, which we use to reward ourselves with the delicious food Japan has to offer. And then we debrief our editors, discuss plans for the next day, and call home before calling it a day, most times after midnight, before the cycle begins again in a few hours.
It can be hectic, but it's also a great adrenaline rush and privilege to be so close to sporting greatness and heartbreak. And of course, it is our pleasure to be bringing you the coverage from Tokyo 2020.